I'm gonna show you how to wash your car like a pro. First thing you're gonna need is 3 different buckets. 1 bucket just for your wheels, a bucket of soapy water, and a bucket of clean water. In addition to that, highly recommend to have a pressure washer so you can utilize a foam cannon and some general detailing products. First thing we're gonna be doing is cleaning the wheels. A couple of things to keep in mind. You wanna make sure that the wheels aren't hot to the touch while we're actually cleaning them. And your soapy water bucket, you wanna make sure there's a lot of soap in here, so we're adding lubrication to the cleaning process, as well as using different tools and mitts that we will not be using on the paint, so we're not adding cross-contamination to the rest of the car surface. First thing we're gonna do is pre-rinse the wheels. We wanna remove as much loose debris as possible before we start scrubbing them down. First thing we're gonna do is use our Detail Union wheel bleeder. This is an IronX product to help loosen up the brake dust as well as make cleaning significantly easier. So you wanna use this liberally, spray it all around the wheels. Don't be afraid of using too much. A couple of things to note is you want to be sure that you do not allow this to dry on the wheels. This can definitely cause staining. On other color wheels, you'll see the product start to turn purple, which you can actually kind of see here on the rotors. Once the wheels are completely soaked in the wheel bleeder, you do want to allow it to sit for 2 or 3 minutes so that the wheel bleeder can activate and do its job. And you can actually see that if you look closely, you'll see the product turning purple where it's interacting with iron and metal particles. After letting that sit for a few minutes, we're gonna go ahead and cover the wheels in foam. We didn't rinse off the wheel bleeder first. We wanted to add some foam so that way we can agitate it with the soap and the wheel bleeder together to get a deeper clean. So we're gonna start with the wheel barrels. One important note to keep in mind is you always want to start at the top down. No matter what we're doing on the car, anytime you're doing any kind of cleaning, always start at the top and work your way down so you're not having to clean down here and there's dirt running back down and you're doing things twice. We want to do it right the first time. Another thing to note is check your tools and equipment. Make sure that there are no harsh edges, no metal, no wire sticking out, so you're not causing damage to the wheels. I can hit this with the wheels all day long and I know I'm not going to damage those surfaces. There are some wheel barrel brushes that have a wire tip on the end of it, and I know from personal experience, it can definitely scratch wheels up quite significantly. Now that we've agitated the entire surfaces on the wheel, we're gonna go ahead and rinse those off and they should be nice and clean and good to go. Now that we're done cleaning all the wheels, we're done with this wheel bucket. You don't need it anymore. You can go ahead and get rid of it. Bam. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and pre-rinse the car down. We want to get rid of as much loose debris as possible, so that way when we are actually wiping it, we're not just rubbing dirt back and forth. So go ahead and give the car a good rinse down, and just like the wheels, remember to start at the top and work your way down. All right, the wheels are clean, the paint is rinsed. Now it's time for the part you've been waiting for. We're gonna go ahead and give the car a nice foam bath. This is going to help also lift loose debris, aerate it, and help them drop them down to the bottom. So same thing, start at the top, work your way down. Make sure you lather the car in the foam. Soapy water bucket, clean water bucket. Basically going to clean one panel at a time, rinse your dirty mitt off in the clean water, back in the soap, and proceed to the next panel. You want to make sure that you're going in side-to-side motions, none of that swirly stuff, because we want to add additional swirl marks to the car. And same thing like the wheels, work your way from the top down. Screen contamination before you proceed with washing the next panel. This is going to help reduce the amount of swirl marks you get. You can reduce the scratching. Car's all clean. One thing to note, you don't want to let the soap dry on the surface because this can definitely cause staining. We are inside in a climate controlled environment, so the soap's not necessarily dry here. But if you are working with your car outside, you want to make sure to keep adding foam to it or keep rinsing it. Do not let the soap dry on your paint PPF vinyl. Pro tip, if you are working with a pressure washer or a hose, make sure you're walking it around the car and you're not slapping the car with it repeatedly over and over again. Now we're on the final step of drying the car. I see so many people getting this wrong. Don't make this mistake. You don't want to towel dry the car. Don't use a chamois. If you can, use a blower. We want to blow dry the car. If the car is ceramic coated, this becomes so much easier and it's so much better for the car. Anytime we're dragging across the surface with anything, you're gonna be adding some level of micro scratches. So by blow drying it, we're gonna remove that concern altogether. Today we're using the Ego Power Plus 765. This guy is a monster. This car is ceramic coated. We're gonna have this thing completely dry in less than 5 minutes. Let's give it a go. And that's how you wash your car like a pro. All the tools and equipment that we use today will be in some links below. Thank you guys for tuning in.